Hi, my name is Faizan Ali, and you're watching Daryo Global. We are joined today by the founder of Tabee, a marketplace with a different goal. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Akhtan. Tabee, a unique name. How do you see it unique in a marketplace platform?
So actually, Tabi means tabigat. It's a common word for, all of the Asian peoples. It means nature. And it's a story of the name. It was discovered by my sister, by my young sister. I probably spent maybe like 6 months to find the right name for the Tabi because first one was very long and it's very, let's say, it was mobile recycling systems. And nobody, I cannot explain people what does it mean. So when I shared my thoughts with my young sister, it took her maybe like 20 seconds. She said, Tabi, that's it. All of our startup is connected to the problem to solve the problems, to modern problems in nature. Because we live in nature and we cannot escape from our planet. So there is no planet B.
So all the partners that you have currently, they need to have some sort of sustainability in their business model.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And amongst you mentioned that you have almost 300 plus partners at the moment. Is that correct?
Yes, in Kazakhstan, right?
Yes. So, how do you identify those partners? Is there like a specific idea, certain aspects that you're looking for, and how do you source out your partners?
So it's everything is connected to the sustainable development. So it's very long story how this sustainability, this sustainable development ideas was developed. But shortly we can say, like in my opinion, so when I explain to people what is sustainable development, I say do business, make profit, no harm to nature, and uh, do your best for the people.
That's good. I mean, nature is always useful because it is going to be our infrastructure and our natural habitat. So we need to make it much more sustainable. What about your team? I mean, you mentioned that you have two people working with you at the moment. How do you identify them, and in what aspects are they working with you? Can you explain a little bit about your team?
So yeah, today I have two guys in my team. Both of them are students. They're studying computer science, and main criteria was that my team members also were concerned about sustainable development and environmental issues what happen now in the world.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for my team like maybe last 6 months. I posted information that I'm looking for people who would be interested to join me, and it took me almost 6 months to find only two guys who is truly interested. And now we're going to make some difference not only in Kazakhstan or Central Asia, but also in the United States.
That's good. That's
So we
good.
have a clear goal.
Hmm. And how did you plan out this whole journey? Like you mentioned, like 6 months ago, you started this startup, and before this, you were planning on just finding the name for 6 months. But do you have like a solid plan, as in like 1 year plan, 5 year plan, 10 year plan, how to grow this empire?
Yes, sure, I have a plan, but I cannot say that it's solid
Mhm.
because we have to be flexible because the technology change, the time change, the politics change. But sure, we have a clear plan. So for first year, we want to test our idea of the sustainable marketplace in Kazakhstan, and also we'll try to expand our business to the our neighbor countries, so Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and other stands too. Hope so, yeah.
So
And
you
for the
will.
next 5 years, so I see my stuff like so in next 5 years, I'll see my startup working in United States.
That's good. That's good. So, would you follow the same ideologies that you have established in your current model, as in like sustainability within all those regions as well, or is it going to be like a different concept?
No, I think it's our last concept because our first concept was Uber for recycling. So I tested that idea in Kazakhstan. Also, I tested Uber for recycling in Los Angeles, and the results were very excited. But people met my idea very, I received very high appreciation from people both in Kazakhstan and United States, but it's not very profitable business. There is no big money. It's not. It's, I would say it's not startup idea to do Uber for recycling because it's like
So
it's trash service to be honest.
that's more for a
It can be
government
done
project probably.
for government project or for the non-profit organizations that want to make like some difference in their in their cities or place they live.
Mhm.
But anyway, we still like one of the idea to help people to make their living area more clean, yeah, without living without trash.
So throughout your, I can say like startup journeys before with the Uber cycle and now with this, your business model has always been about sustainability, clean energy, and how to make a, a much more sustainable business model. Is that true?
Right, right. So sustainable development is not only about environment; it's also about people. So one of the sustainable development goals is like uh, that people have a right for the education, for the equal opportunities for development.
And how do
So we
you
switch
plan on
from the, let's say,
implementing that?
from so so yeah, we switch from the trash problems to the main to sustainable development problems, and we're going to implement it firstly through the spreading the word about all of these problems and solutions.
That's good. How do you plan on implementing education in your platform? Because I believe that it's a marketplace, right? So how do you plan on doing that?
So for today, we have about like 20, yeah, 20 organizations that provide some different services in education. It can be it can be people just who help people to go study abroad.
Mhm.
They provide some consulting services. Also, I have some list of the colleges who can provide very qualified, very quality education, who are able to allocate some grants for young people who are interested in doing, for example, master's degree in specific areas.
So you plan to incorporate them
So
with your own platform?
yeah, they already incorporated with our
Oh, okay.
platform.
All
So
right,
we have
that's good.
people from Kazakhstan, from United States, even from Ireland. So we already working on it. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And how about the government assistance? Like, are you already working with the government? Do you have some potential leads on working with the government? Or and also at what level or what stake are you going to be working with them, if possible?
Yeah, I believe we have a huge potential to work with government, but before we need to make some, we have to have some traction. We have to gather people, we have to gather organization, and I'm sure. And my next goal is to be part of social entrepreneurs association in Kazakhstan.
Mhm.
So I already got in touch with them, and so I believe that we have a huge potential to work with government.
Mhm.
So it's including not only grants to support our business, but also support like in informational to spread the word about business, our business, because the government has uh, a big opportunity to
Yeah.
make to to say to people about our service.
Yeah. You talked about traffic. At the moment, within this 6 months, what kind of demographic are you looking at from your analytics on your platform?
It's worldwide, to be honest, and I'm surprised. Of course, most things from Kazakhstan, since I live here. I like share my business, my startup with people in social media, and I spend zero money for advertising for today. And we have about like six. We every day we have like maybe 20 people, 20 users who check our website.
The report that you shared with me earlier, I see that you have, of course, like your biggest market is in Kazakhstan because you are from a Kazakhstan platform, and your next biggest market is from USA, and it is not like really far. It's almost like I would say like 30-20 difference. So, what is the strategy behind that? Is it like you have a lot of influence in USA yourself, so you're trying to promote within your circle who are in USA, or is it like uh, Kazakhstan nationals who are working in USA? Because I know that all this CIS region is a very hub for traditional stuff, right? So it could be a good market.
Yeah, sure. Most of them are people who for Kazakhstan, people who live in the United States. But I did master's degree in Los Angeles, so I lived there for 5 years, and I have some connections with the local people who engage in this whole sustainability development stuff. And so it was, before I mentioned that we tested Uber for recycling ID in Los Angeles. So we pick up for recycling textile waste, sneakers, what else? Shoes, and even wine cups.
Mhm.
And I still people still remember me. I mean, people in Los Angeles. So because we left some footprint there,
Uh-huh.
and probably some of them are still searching for our service in like Google type the name of our business.
Okay, that's
So
that's
yeah,
great.
so
S-
yeah, okay.
So, what about the expansion? Like you mentioned that you do plan to expand in other stans and the CIS regions. So, what do you see the biggest obstacle in your way at the moment, and how do you plan on covering those obstacles?
I believe there is no like obstacles that we cannot break or we can go through, go over. But the technology, the modern technology allows us to go easily through these obstacles.
Mhm.
For example, for me, I can like target people who live in Kyrgyzstan very easily. The Instagram, TikTok, and Google makes make it very easy.
Yeah. So the media platforms
So
are
I don't
always
see
going to
any
be
like
assisting.
obstacles. Yeah, so I don't see any like specific obstacles for now for us.
Do you see yourself as a competitor to any big organization?
For existing marketplaces,
Yes.
yeah, let's say it can be OLX, it can be Kaspi in Kazakhstan, one of the marketplace number one in Kazakhstan, the Kaspi,
Mhm.
because they also sell products of local businessmen who produce goods in Kazakhstan.
So how
And
do
there are
you
also another
so how do you plan on
how I'm
to counter them? Like
yeah our
how do you plan on
strategy yeah
expanding on top of that?
our yeah, our strategy is very simple. So since we live in Kazakhstan, so we can go and speak directly with the people. And also, I watch a lot different businessmen and startups founders in Kazakhstan, and one of them said it's also one of the biggest startup in Kazakhstan in Choco, and its founder said we have only about 40,000 users in Kazakhstan. it means it's huge potential for Kazakhstan. In Kazakhstan lives about 20 million people. And they cover only 40,000. So it means we can do the same.
Yeah,
We can even make the bigger number, yeah.
that's
So
true.
the online selling industry is still unopened, and I believe there are opportunity for us too.
Mm. There's always opportunity when there is a market. I've seen a lot of startups when they first venture into any project. The initial stage is very delightful and they're always progressing, but there always comes a time when the growth becomes a little bit stagnant, and that I believe is the main time when a business can become a top business or it can close down. Have you considered that position and what do you plan for that?
Yeah, sure. One of the responsibility of leader or founder is to forecast, to look forward. And so for now, I read literature about startup growth stages, about the history, and about previous experience of startup founders. And I believe we can go through all this problem. But for today, we at MVP stage, so we're still testing our minimal viable product, and I hope that everything will be fine.
I wish you good luck. And before we
Yeah.
end the conversation, can you give some sort of an advice to the listeners, people who are trying to get into startup industry, especially in the IT business and all that? Is there any advice you would like to give them?
Yeah, sure. It's pretty simple. Just don't give up.
Don't give up.
Go extra mile. It's never crowded.
I think that's a very wonderful advice. Thank you so much, Mr. Akhtan, and thank you for your time and good luck for your future ventures.
Okay, thank you.